Okay, now we're going to hit Taurus. Now, Taurus, I've heard Taurus is complaining too, and I don't know why, because, in all honesty, you got Jupiter there, so be careful what you complain about. Remember the whole placebo effect? And I'm as bad because I worry, my health, my nose, my this, and that. And I mean, is it real or am I manifesting this? And this is something we all have to be careful about. I heard something that was poignant this morning about De Silva, and one of his theories is when you first, the fellow that's on is just fabulous. This one South Asian gentleman, and I don't remember his name, it's my own ignorance. And he spoke about the fact that first thing in the morning, we are, in that sort of beta, that alpha, between that alpha beta, and we're able to manifest and use that through meditation. And there's truth to this. I'm actually very, very good if I can become relaxed, and this has been an issue probably, I'm sorry, but here, living here, to be relaxed and calm with peace, that I can actually meditate very well. The 20 to 1, the Shakti Gawain theory that she taught, and I've learned that almost 30 some odd years ago. And when you get to that level, there's all your energy is sort of centered, and you actually then manifest what you see your life being. And I was just unbelievably magnificent at it years ago. I still can do it for material things, but it's just trying to get your experience to that level again is work, because we're resistant. We all are resistant. And I think the month of April is going to be a bit of a cleanup month, even though there's this, new, but Mercury retrograde there. So we've also have Mars in 12th house to Aries, its sign in Pisces. So what's going on here? To me, we're clearing the road to go forth. So Taurus, you also have that happening in your 12th house, presumably depending upon your ascendant. So your big thing is children. So Taurus, this is children. This includes children, pets, anybody that you're taking care of that has not been well. Remember, the parent sometimes becomes the child. There's something important about this. What are you doing? How are you giving? Are you involved? Are you ignoring your children? Some men do this. I'm sorry, but they do. Some women do it. Something's going on, Taurus, with children. Pay attention to children through April. Easter's this weekend. I'm sure there's other, national holidays. I think Ramadan is almost over. There's all these things going on. But I would say, in all honesty, the aspect of children and enlightenment with children, there's something there. Or your pets, which are your children, their family. So just pay attention to that. That's something really, really important. So let's just see where things go, Taurus. Bottom of the deck here, you had the same card. I think it was just because I threw them in without shuffling. So I'm going to take a look at this story. Woo! That's interesting. Right away at the beginning of your reading, you have fortunes changing. And right after that, the thing you've gotten here is being a bit defensive. Don't become defensive. Try to get away from that. Try to get away from that, Taurus. Don't be defensive. You get into the defensive, that stubborn, obstinate nonsense. It actually alienates you from people that do care about you. So the first thing you've gotten here is this sucker. Now, this is a fun card. I mean, if it's next to money, I'll tell you, every client I read, and I pull it out, and it's like the 10 of diamonds or 10 of pentacles is there, you're going to come into money, even if the ace of pentacles is there. I would say the wheel of fortune here is that something's shifting, changing, something's happening that could very well test you through this eclipse. Now, remember, this is 12th house. So you're really going through, issues with, your 12th house, and you're going through issues with your 7th house with that release. So the release is in the 7th house. And, this is quite important in your reading here. There's something, your 8th house, sorry. There's something important here in your reading. And one of the things I do like about your reading, Taurus, is the aspect about love. And again, be precise, because you've got love in here, and then right next to that you have the Ace of Swords. Now, the Ace of Swords to me is cutting to the heart of a matter and the truth. And it can be very imperial when that sword is going through a crown. So what does this mean? It means that, what do you deserve? I've always said this to clients. The minute I see that, I'll say, what do you think you deserve? And they start making excuses. Money doesn't. I do this. I heard this growing up. Money doesn't grow in trees. Well, there's people here. And I said, yep, there are. But, you're not their parent. And you can help. You don't have to help and tell everybody, because that's just trying to boost your ego. So just be aware. And then your outcome, of course, is strength. So you begin with the Wheel of Fortune. You have strength, which is courage. I think you're making some pretty big decisions in your life, and I think you're going to do it because you're going to manifest this and create it. You've got Jupiter. So, one of my clients in particular wants to achieve something, and it didn't pan out, and I'm glad it didn't the way it had started. But that's not to say that this person can't create this themselves, and they're going to know who I'm talking about. Because I believe you could do it yourself. I think when we have people involved trying to help us, in some cases it's okay, in most cases it's not. So you just want to be aware of that. And remember, you're not making away with anything, you're not stealing anything, you're not taking anything. If somebody sells a place and they've got it for sale, I've had clients walk in and say, oh, you got it awfully cheap. And I'll say, are you nuts? You are not the person to divinate what they sell something for. I've been as bad. I've gone to antique things and said, you're selling that for an awfully inexpensive price. And you know what? It's not appreciated. It is never appreciated. So the best thing is live and learn. Let somebody live and learn. They sell something for next to nothing. They'll learn, or maybe they just don't want it and they have tons of discretionary income. So we have to be a little cautious about that, because it doesn't really help anybody, really. And your outcome in here is the strength card again, like I said, which is this intensity of direction and commitment. But anyway, you heard it here first. I'm available for readings. All that info is everywhere. I wish you guys the best. I hope you have a great weekend and enjoy the month of April. You'll see me on weeklies anyway. Keep well.